Hello everybody and welcome back. Today's kind of a sad day. We have to pack up the 40-gallon aquarium. We have to move the 5.5-gallon tank with Smiley into the kitchen because my parents are actually going to keep him. Thank God. I'm moving in just a couple days, so a lot going on, a lot to get through. Let's get started. Okay, so the tank has been almost completely drained. I got all the fish. It actually wasn't as hard as it usually is, but they're all in here. Dude, Azog, the rainbow fish, the neon tetras. It's really sad getting rid of them all, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So this tank is drained. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this out after I take these guys to Bob's Tropical Fish, and that's what I want to talk to you about. If you call your local fish shop, not PetSmart, none of that crap, no change, just a real fish store. Maybe some pet stores do the same, pet stores that have fish as well, but again, not change, just local ones. A lot of times they'll take your fish as long as they're not something crazy. But I called them yesterday. They said they're fine to take these, so I'm going to go ahead and take those there, and I'll show you guys that. And that way they'll have a good home, they'll be taken care of. I'm going to take these guys over there, and then I'll give you an update. Okay, so we got these guys bagged up. I double bagged it and put as much air in there as I could just so they have some oxygen. And also so they don't get squished by the corners down here. We're gonna head over to Bob's. I'll film that and then that'll be it. These guys will be off the channel for good. So say goodbye one last time. Pretty dang sad, honestly. Well, we made it. Time for the sad moment. I called you guys yesterday about giving you some fish. Okay. Just like neon tetras and some other small stuff like that. Yes, sir.
Not a problem.
You good to go?
Yeah, take care.
Sounds good, thank you. And it's just that easy, guys. So there's literally no excuse to flush your fish down the toilet or to do any of that crap. Just like you wouldn't flush your cat down a toilet or throw your dog away if you couldn't take care of it. Fish and stuff matter just as much. So make sure if you have to get rid of them, find a pet store. Do whatever you can, find someone on Craigslist. Sometimes people on Craigslist will take them for you. And now we're gonna go home. We're gonna move that 5.5 gallon that I mentioned before, and then we'll get on to how we transport Edward all the way to Texas. It's really sad leaving, but my parents are actually gonna take care of this guy. So all we have to do is move his tank from here to the kitchen, and I'm probably just gonna bring his water down real low, move him. I'm gonna hold the water in that bucket, and then we're just gonna put him back in here. He'll be good to go, but that'll be in the kitchen in just a little bit. After so long of taking water out, putting in all that stuff, Smaug is back in his new home. I don't know where he is actually. Oh, there he is, chilling down there. It's obviously kind of dark in here for him right now. I'm still trying to get rid of that algae. It's helped a lot, as you can see. It's not a ridiculous amount anymore, but moment of truth, going to turn his filter back on. He will officially be in his new spot. I'm going to push his tank back just a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and turn the filter on. And that is his new home. Actually, decent amount of light just from this light, so I might leave that just for a while. We can always put these lights back on if we need to, but let's go ahead and plug his filter in. And there it is. Smog is all back in his new home. The water's a little dirty just because I put a bunch of water from this in it just now, so it's a little cloudy, but he seems to be doing okay, which is awesome. This is not poop or anything. This is actually from, I don't know if you remember from the video setting it up. It's actually from the leaves that kind of disintegrated. I just threw some of them away. So this is not poop or anything. Don't worry. Nitrates are not high. He'll be fine. But yeah, here he is in his new home. I'll give you all a little look right in this little nook in the kitchen. So hopefully he'll do well here. I'm going to teach my mom how to take care of him, all that stuff. And this is where he'll live out the rest of his days. It'll be nice to come back home on Christmas and stuff like that and actually have one of my original pets here. So good to have him. I went ahead and hooked one of these lights up just so when the algae subsides and we can actually use one again. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on just so you can get an idea of what it'll look like. I think it looks pretty good. Nice little spot for it in the kitchen, just kind of tucked away next to our other one, which is also doing pretty good. I need to put water in this actually. But man, the plants are insane. They've completely taken over this thing. I don't think any of the shrimp are alive, unfortunately, but there's a bunch of snails and stuff, so that's cool. It's doing well overall. Just turn the lights on every day, literally do nothing else except add water. So this tank is pretty much zero maintenance because there's nothing to feed in there. The snails just eat plants or whatever, so it's all good. It's kind of really sad actually that we're having to do all this. Thank God I'm being able to take Edward. I don't know what I would do without Edward. He's my man. Can't live without him. Thank God we're taking him. This is basically the last update at this house until I guess Christmas. So on Saturday when I leave with Edward, I'll give you a quick walk around of all the animals left here, the pond, everything else, just so we can get one last good look at everything here, and then we'll come back in December hopefully. But this will be the last time in a couple months, so Pretty sad, but it's a new chapter in life. I'm gonna fast forward a couple days to when we actually take Edward, and I'll show you guys how to do that. So it's finally Saturday. We're gonna feed these guys one last time before I leave. And that is it for the pond. Last look at the pond until at least December, unfortunately. Okay, so Edward's tank is officially almost torn down. What we're gonna do is take this little dude out. I think he's in his humidity box right now, so that's good. We know where he is. We're gonna put him in this little thing. I have holes in it and stuff. It's kind of hard to see, but there's holes so he can breathe. And then all we have is a humidity box in here because, as you know, they're not really going to drink as much from like an actual water dish. It's mainly going to be from the humidity box and all that stuff. So he'll go in here for the ride there. I'm going to tape up the sides just to make sure there's no risk of him actually getting out. This will be in the cabin with us, so he's not going to be by himself in the trunk or anything. I don't want him to be shaking around and stuff. I want to be able to see him, make sure he's okay, all that stuff. So he'll be in there. We're going to put this in the back of the thing, and then I'll give you all some updates as we go. Okay, and he is in there. As you can see, he's moving around a little bit. I'm sure he's a little spooked. I'm also going to put a towel around this just so it's dark, so he calms down hopefully a little bit, and he should be good. I didn't have another person to film, so I didn't want to try to do him with one hand and all that stuff, but he is in there, and he should be okay. But yeah, we're just going to stick him in there. I'm going to tape this up a little bit, put a towel around it just so he doesn't feel the vibrations as much, and so it's dark so he doesn't freak out like he is right now, and then he'll be good to go.
Many hours later.
Okay, so we are here in Mississippi. It's like 3 a.m. Edward has been chilling up here. I checked on him a few times. He's in there, safe and sound. Put the towel around so the vibrations wouldn't destroy him. And I've held him some when I sit in this seat. We have a ghetto rig of a middle seat here, but it's serving its purpose so far. It's actually not bad, but Edward is chilling. He was actually in his humidity box last time I checked, so that is good. And the temperature in here is just like room temperature, so he should be fine. Sorry about that truck. Until we get there, and then I'll show y'all setting up his tank once again. So we have finally moved into the new apartment. Edward is doing good. Everything's still a mess here. There's boxes everywhere and crap. Edward did awesome on the ride. I put him in here really late last night, so I didn't film that. I was incredibly tired, but Edward is doing fantastic. He did well on the ride. I just checked the temperature pretty much constantly. When I wasn't driving, I held the enclosure so that maybe to get some warmth from my legs and stuff like that, but it never got super cold, never got super hot, so he was all good, just chilling in his little tiny enclosure right there. So if you ever need to move an animal, I couldn't tell you how to do it on a flight, but if you're driving, get a little enclosure like I just showed you, put some in substrate, at least a humidity box, just so they have some water for hydration, and they should be good to go. And just like that, I think this video is over. We are on our balcony at the new apartment. Expect an apartment tour coming soon on the second channel. I'll link that below so you don't miss it. We also have water down here, so expect a lot of stuff coming from that. I actually caught a turtle in there yesterday, so I'll put a little clip in right now. But that's about it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's a little crazy. I was trying to film, drive, and pack everything, so it was a lot going on. Make sure you hit that like button, guys. I'd really, really appreciate it. Hit subscribe down below, turn the bell on so you don't miss another upload. But just like that, I gotta go. I'll see you later. We're officially in Dallas, folks. Lots of content coming soon. Have a good one. Peace.